Mm-hmm. Oh, good. You did it.
Um, Sanitation is not here. Social services.
Good evening. My name is Manzara Oni, Chair of the Social Services Committee. Very short report today. Our SUNY Downstate rep is not here yet, but I assume she'll come later. SUNY Downstate is engaging in a community needs survey. If the representative doesn't come to drop the flyers, we'll also make sure that it is in the next newsletter that comes out from the board, but we just ask that as many people as possible fill it out so that Downstate knows what needs people in the community have. If you've been following the news, you would know that Downstate has been preserved based on a $1 billion commitment from Governor Hochul. And some announcements were made recently about the plans for how Downstate is going to be improved. The hope is to have Downstate be a much more improved facility, but the reality is in order to make those improvements, sometimes improvement takes space. So there will be fewer beds, but they will be nicer beds. There will be more bathrooms, again, fewer beds, and some other changes that hopefully will just result in a more functional hospital for the community. And lastly, we are beginning planning for the fall fair, which will be mid-October. And if you're an organization interested in tabling, if you're a community member interested in participating, please just contact the board office. Our first planning meeting will be in July. Thank you. That ends my report.
All right. Can somebody close the door in the back? Can somebody close the door in the back? I can hear talking from outside.
Apologies. Just want to remind everyone that Brooklyn or New York City is currently in an election season. The election is not June 24th. The election ends June 24th. Early voting has begun. Please be sure to check out who is running in your district. Some of the people that come to this meeting every week or every month are up for election. Some of the people who represent our district at various levels of government, and then also obviously a large primary, please educate yourselves on ranked choice voting. This is the second time New York is going through ranked choice voting. People are still confused. So do your best to find resources online that explain it. Obviously, we can't and don't endorse any particular candidates, but we just want people to be informed. Showing up to these meetings is one way to be civically informed, but obviously voting is another. So please be sure to vote anytime between today and June 24th.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Bylaws. I'm sorry, wait, personnel is not here. Just make sure that I call. No personnel. Very quickly in the personnel front, we have the personnel committee has gotten down to the final candidates. They did their second report, and hopefully we'll have a person to present. They will have a person to present by sometime early next week within the final of the who has been selected as the next community associate. So hopefully by July 1st, we'll have a full complement in the office. Thank you. Bylaws. Bylaws has no report. Mr. Westcott, Postal Services. And then Ms. Julius, if you have something for communication. Is Tiffany here?
Good night, everyone. Yes, the last time I gave a report, I made a report pertaining to mail has been delivered different places. I had spoken to the manager of Roxbury Post Office, and she said she was going to do something about it. And the last couple of weeks, I haven't been getting any reports, so I guess it's getting better. There's a problem that been happening at the annex on the Utica between First and Avenue D. A lot of times you go there, there's only one clerk at the office. And I did call back to the General Post Office on Roxbury, that's Lenox and Utica, and I complained. And the response I got that someone did not show up or someone is sick and there's nothing they can do about it. They said they're short-handed. So in this regards, that's my report. I have to try to keep on speaking to this, I'll try to go higher than the manager of Roxbury Post Office. Okay, that's my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Westcott. Brooklyn Cab is not here. Yes, you got a question for them? Postal question. Come forward, just state your name real fast or speak very, very loud. State your name first.
Taking on party bosses, the city brings stabilization law, fighting corruption as control.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. And I didn't hear the name. So remember, it's being recorded. Hold on 1 second though. The person online who's speaking, or can we have the person muted, please?
Families, not doing. Keep this law about this, about the putting you
As loud as you can.
do it. People by Springer and NYC. His own words, the line of gun, he wants to defund the police. Defund to dismantle. Let's police on the street. That's our way of fighting these. Defund the police. That's what
Okay, that's a very good question. Prior to speaking to the manager of Roxby, they used to have a meeting every Tuesday of the month downtown. Apparently, it was postponed, it was canceled. And I've been trying to get in contact with someone to see if they can start all over again. And of no avail can I get, the guy call and I do not get them to respond. So all I can say, I have to keep on trying. That's all I can do. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Is there any other, did any other committee chair? Yes, Ms. Daniels. Member Daniels. Oh, sorry. You got to come to the mic. Can anyone, Anselm, can you grab the mic, please? Just walk around today, please. I appreciate it. Thank you. Go ahead, just grab the mic anyway.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. My name is Jason Stewart, a community member. We have a big issue with the mail carrier because I've been going from door to door delivering mail to other people, and they waited for their property tax, and it's crazy with what's going on with the mail now. I have one of my retirees. She haven't got an income tax since February, and IRS did the investigation. And what happened with that investigation was somebody in the post office stole our income tax money. So now they're doing a lot of.
You know, is this within our district?
No, this one was in Queens, but she
Okay.
did live. Yeah, no, yeah. So, but we're having a big issue with the mail carriers. Them.
Thank you.
Mail all over the place.
Yes, thank you. I get my neighbor's mail. They take my house number, different streets. I don't even know how it comes, but yeah. So that is a normal, that is a normal, unacceptable issue with that the constant aggravation of not getting your mail. Mr. Westcott, not now. You don't need to get up. Please give me a call tomorrow. Let's see if we can organize a meeting. Yourself, myself, and maybe we could include another board member to attend a meeting with both the one at Church Avenue 94th and the Rugby branch. Thank you. Did I miss any committee chair? No, see none. The next item on the agenda is agency report, so NYPD. And when NYPD is done, only 3 questions. So if you know you have a question, please start a line now.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Sergeant Urena. I'm the NCO Sergeant for the 6-7 Precinct. I'm here on behalf of Inspector Kozak, who wishes she was here, but unfortunately had to attend to other matters. Let me just break this down for you guys real quick. I come with good news, everyone. For the last 28-day crime stats, statistics that we keep track of year to date, so last year compared to this year within the 28-day period, I'd love to present to you that we are down 67% in shootings, 2 incidents against 6, right? We've broken even with homicides, 0 for the last 28 days, all right? Note that's in the precinct. We're down 17% in robberies. We're down 27% in felony assaults. We're down 59% in burglaries. We are down 2% in grand larcenies. I know not a great decline, but where we got your W, I'll take it. And we are down 20% in stolen vehicles. Right now, we are seeing only one crime pattern, crime trend rather. It's a robbery pattern involving people running up behind individuals at ATMs, check cashing places, and pretty much holding them up at that, while they're trying to take money out. What we always suggest is just be aware of your surroundings. We have persons of interest that we're investigating, we're looking into, but always the best offense for this is a good defense. So if you are late at night at an ATM, at a checks cashing place, please just be aware of your surroundings. Look around, make sure that it's not just you and one other person on the street, on the block. Okay. Now moving along, we have 22 grand larceny autos within the 28-day period. A lot of these reports involve an individual leaving their car on while they run into the store to pick something up real quick, and either the ignition is still on or the keys are left in the vehicle, and they take the car out for a little joyride. Most of these stolen vehicles are recovered a short distance away from the original location where they were taken. But again, cutting down the opportunity that you give someone to make away with your vehicle. And in this community, you have nice cars. So I know they all have the electronic feature where the car gets shut off, but why even go through the hassle? Again, we are investigating this. A lot of these are just ongoing investigations with leads, with people of interest that we have, our eyes on. So I'm pretty sure by the next time I give this report, if I do get the honor to do so, that number will drop substantially. For the current year to date, we've recovered 40 firearms off the streets of East Flatbush. Every day our public safety teams are out there going after the right people, looking for the right things, removing these illegal firearms off these streets to keep the community safe. Again, moving on, I know this is a big point of contention for the entire community, but the abandoned vehicle and derelict vehicles littering our streets are being addressed. 120 vehicles have been towed and 82 summonses have been issued. 2 vehicles without registration, taking up spots or illegally parked on the streets. And we will continue doing this all summer long. If you have any information on a vehicle that is derelict or is parked on your street illegally, give the 6-7 precinct a phone call. Let us know what the situation is. We'll send an officer out there first to look into it, and then it will be added into our tow operations that we conduct periodically. Same thing. We have 40 total unregistered mopeds that were
Sarge,
removed from.
I hate to interrupt you. You have about 1 minute.
No problem. I'll speed right through it. Protect your motorcycles. Please park your motorcycles in a place where you can see them. Also, burglary and crime prevention tips. Again, the best offense is a good defense. Do not give an individual any opportunity to make you a victim. Make sure your doors are locked, your windows are locked, and you're keeping an eye on everything else. We have youth programs. Please come to the precinct. Inquire about our youth programs if you have a troubled youth that needs some extra attention. And that is my time, folks.
All right,
Any
thank
questions?
you. Any questions? 3, only 3. Make them short. Mr. Westcott.
So, yes, in regards of the rates that the ICE are making, is the 6-7 precinct working with the ICE department?
No. So it's New York State or New York City policy, and it furthers on to the state that law enforcement cannot aid or assist immigration in any of their ongoings within the precinct. We have a policy that if they even request our assistance, we have to go through 1,000 channels just for them to get the no. So
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Any other questions? Thank you. 8, Dorothy, we have 2, 1 here and 1 there. So you jump to the mic quickly and ask your question, and then state your name for the record.
Dorothy Gordon, community
Louder.
member. Dorothy Gordon, community member.
Board member.
Sorry, board member. Oh, sorry about that. Is it on?
Yes.
Noise cancellation. I noticed that your reports only show like gun stats. Is there stats for knives? Because I know someone recently who is not in our district who went to Brooklyn Borough Park, or Brooklyn Bridge Park,
Yes.
and was stabbed.
Okay.
And I'm hearing about more stabbings on the around. Is there stats on that?
Yeah. So,
And what are we doing about that? Someone
Definitely,
every time
definitely,
they end up getting stabbed.
so, and not to laugh at the matter, I was just laughing at your anecdote there. So our statistics that kind of couple in felonious assaults, felony assault would be anything with a weapon, anything that causes serious physical injury that gets coupled down with it. And when I said we're down 27%, then that's a part of those incidents altogether. Individually, knife enforcement is always a thing. We have our public safety and our conditions team, our nighttime conditions, out there trying to stop any type of altercations with knives or any type of other weapons that may arise in the precinct. It is illegal to have a knife on you and use it for protection, right? Work knives are totally legal, but anything that is longer than 4 inches across your hand is a criminal charge, and it does get dealt with accordingly. Okay.
Hi, Matthew Resignola, community member. You mentioned calling the precinct about abandoned vehicles.
Yeah.
Is there a number in particular or a department?
Oh,
within
yes,
the
definitely.
precinct?
I mean, you can definitely call the telephone switchboard, the general number for the 6-7 precinct online, or you can reach out to the NCO unit. If you give me a moment of your time in the back, I'll give you my information. We can get anything you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Great.
All right, did you have a question? You could get it quickly ask, because he's just quick. Okay, all right, cool. Thank you very much. Any other question? Please meet both of them in the back. And I also want to personally thank you for the work that you've been doing within the 6-7. I know that whenever I call upon you, you're right there, your department. So thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.
And also have to give a big shout out to Detective Skinner and Detective Pierre, who's always there at our beck and call, as well as our community officers. Okay, any other agency? Any other agency? Going once? Agency. Agency would be a New York City or New York State government agency.
Yeah. Volume. It's on that? Yeah. Volume
Thank you.
s'il vous plaît.
Is that person speaking?
Yes.
All right, let's move on. So the agenda is a couple agendas back, and I didn't realize that it was not in the order it was supposed to be in, which I'm fine with, fine with. So I'm going to give my chairperson's report now, followed by the district manager report. So district manager, can you please make your way down the front as I'm concluding? So first and foremost, again, so just a reminder, first of all, happy belated Father's Day over the weekend for all fathers. Hate to say it, but you guys don't get enough credit. So I'm going to make sure that we give you enough credit today publicly. Happy Father's Day, belated Father's Day to all the fathers in the audience. On next week, Tuesday, and just remind Carol Ann, because she's right there, just in case she didn't get her notification yet. Next week, Tuesday, June 24th, all board members, and you're allowed one guest, but please make sure you RSVP to our event that will be happening June 24th. That's next week, Tuesday, June 24th, from 5 to 9, I believe it is, at 4703 Church Avenue. That's right, 4703 Schenectady Church, but they say 47, right? So please come out for that and enjoy yourself. So just a quick follow-up with SUNY Downstate, very briefly. I was at the press conference yesterday where the governor was literally here talking about the approximately 1.1 billion, 750 from our office, 50 million per year from SUNY Downstate. I want to thank all of the members who actually came to the meeting. So thank you for that support. To interrupt myself, I am so delighted with some of our new members. Our new members have been so active at many of the things that we're doing. So Carol Ann, you guys did a great job this term, getting some new members out there who are very active. So I want to thank you. I'm not going to call any names, but thank you so much for showing up and showing out. So I appreciate that. I want to make sure that I say that out loud. Also want to thank Alicia Goodrich and the SUNY Downstate. They have opened up their doors for us for the entire year and for the last couple of years. And anytime you call on Alicia, she's right there to help our community. So I want to publicly thank her as well every day. So going back to it very quickly, the report is out for everybody who's interested. If you want to know what it looks like over the next 7 years, they're cutting down, and they've sworn to me that even though they're going from 330 beds to 265 beds, they never used more than about 165 to 180 at any point during the year, at any point at one time. So it's actually literally by improving and giving more privacy, they're going to be work on the building, the infrastructure, building up a state-of-the-art outpatient unit, as well as others. The report is there. So anybody who's interested in getting a report, please shoot me an email. I'll shoot you a report so you can all look at it. I will be holding a meeting regarding our nonprofit wing in August. No, I'm sorry, in July. If you're a board member and you want to be part of that, or you are a community member and you want to be part of that, you need to let me know. I can only take a couple, but at the same point, we can look into it. And if you need to know more information, I'll give that out at that point when you call. But just know that we are trying to figure out our community piece so that we could get that going. All right. Also, so a couple of things. One, we have 2 vacancies on the as executive officers. One officer was appointed last month, which was our first vice chair, Tricia Louisant. Tonight, her seat will be up for election. So we'll be voting on that. I shouldn't say her seat. The position of first vice chair will be up for election in September. Since tonight, officially, I'm appointing Gail Grant. Some of you are at the emergency meeting where I did make that appointment. Our secretary, Jabril Morris, has stepped down as the secretary of the board. And so therefore I have to fill that position. And I'm that person who is the interim acting secretary is Gail Grandison, who had a family emergency and she had to leave the country. And so she has already accepted. And so that position will be up for election in September, which by the bylaws allow that to happen. All right. I think I am going to stop there. I'm going to stop right there. So if there are any questions for me, please let me know. You can either send me an email at cb17chairperson at gmail.com, or my official Gmail email, which is my name. So it's the first 2 letters of my first name. So it's RO Daly, DALEY, at cb.nyc.gov. I'm looking forward to hearing from each and every one of you, and I'll see everyone next Tuesday. Everyone next Tuesday. Thank you. Are there any questions for me? Seeing none, District Manager's report.
Thank you, Mr. Daly, and good evening, everyone. I am so happy to be back. I was missing in action at last month's meeting, but my knee is a lot better. I could walk. Good evening again. As you know, this is our last public hearing meeting for this fiscal year before the board goes on recess. We will be on recess July and August. but the office remains open to serve our community. We are currently working on closing off our fiscal year budget. I know Ms. Farah is going to be up here in a few to guide you through some of the processes in terms of our capital and expense budget. I'll be joining her. The staff continues to work on community complaints and assist with the planning of community events. I have been reporting each month on the progress we have made here in the over the years in my capacity as district manager. Managers throughout the 5 boroughs continue to have conversations regarding resources for interpretation, especially interpretation during our community meeting. We have a large Haitian community, a large Haitian population, I should say, in our district. And I believe that, you know, advocating for funds to have an interpreter during our meetings will definitely assist the Haitian population, especially with everything that's happening now, with the immigration issues and everything that's happening. So that's a conversation that we're having. We also continue as managers to discuss the potential for an annual mailer to residents in each district that we serve, maybe in the form of a postcard with the option of a landing page on the card. We're asking for our annual budget to be increased to help us reach the wider population. Presently, district managers are also working and communicating with the borough president as we continue to discuss oversight to structural and charter-related challenges that we're having as community boards. We do face a number of challenges, and the borough president, he did promise to work on some critical reforms that will benefit community boards. So we continue to work with him. So back to the community board office, we've been working diligently on closing out our fiscal year, as I said. We are preparing for our annual audit. Each year the board is audited. This is an extremely busy time for the office. And we do have a number of events planned for the month of June. We will be emailing each board member an updated committee application over the summer months. We ask you to complete those applications and please send it back to us. We want to be ready once we resume in September. I have 3 packages that we prepared, 3 welcoming packages remaining. Afia John, Danae Peters, and Kalia Phillips. If you're here, I'll put the packages in the back. Please, or your welcome packages, you have not received them as yet. We would like you to have those packages. The personnel chair is not here, but we are just about to complete the hiring process and the onboarding of a new staff. I would say by the 2nd or the 3rd. I don't know what actions the board will take, but I know the personnel committee has already completed the interviewing process, and it's up to the personnel now to take the next step so that we can onboard this new staff who will be helping us a lot with our outreach in the community. Finally, I have been reflecting on this fiscal year, and I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to each of you, the members, for your unwavering support, your guidance, and your dedication. For some of you who have been here, you may have received some emails, regarding some allegation about me, which are most of them are untrue. But your commitment and collaboration and tireless efforts have been instrumental in helping me to move forward and helping the office to accomplish our goals. So as I look back, I want to focus on our accomplishment that we have done this year. We now have our monthly newsletter. Our board minutes are up to date. Our website remains active. All of our committee chairs were assigned official emails. We have the constant contact platform that allows us to reach everyone at the click of the enter button. We are on Instagram, Facebook, and other digital platforms. And I'm happy to know we are meeting the needs of the chairs in terms of flyers, promoting their event, and getting the community more involved. So as I continue to manage the office, I'm sure the chair of the board and the chair of the various committees will keep you updated on the resources the board continues to advocate for. And I can assure you, once we have the new hire, there will be more outreach in the community and changes as it pertains to committee coverage. And so in closing again, I would like to express my deep gratitude for your unwavering support. Just this week, I was contacted by the law department. This week, I had to sign a representation letter. I was served with a lawsuit here at one of their board meetings and one in my office. Fortunately, the law department of the city of New York is representing me. So I have nothing to fear. I have also placed a statement on the back table. For those of you who have not received a copy of it, please make sure you read that statement. Very important. I've never been challenged in anything that I've ever written in the statements because it's all true. So read those statements. I want to close out this year thanking you for your continued partnership and for the many years that you've contributed, those of you who continue to contribute to this community. And trust me, we have some soldiers in this community, and I truly and sincerely appreciate each and every one of you and look forward to another impactful, and believe you me, we have some things planned for CB17. I look forward to another impactful year as we move into fiscal year 2026 on July 1st. So thank you all for being here and taking time out to serve your community. You are appreciated. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, we are going to go to the community session. I'm going to allow one member, Mr. Bailey. Can somebody just get Mr. Bailey outside and Chris? Are there any other members of the community who would like to have something to say? Please step forward. Members of the community, please step forward. Mr. Bailey, please bring your partner as well, please. Thank you. Come right here, both of you. Right here, please. Are there other members of the community? Go ahead. Start with you. Chris, can you do me a favor? Just stand on the side right there.
Thank you. Happy New Evening, everyone. Happy belated Father's Day to all the daddies here. My name is Sabrina Lewis, and I am here to represent Haitian Centers Council. We are located at 3807 Church Avenue between East 38th and 39th Streets. We offer comprehensive care for the community. Our major programs are our Be Well our Be Well mental health clinic. I left some flyers in the back and get more information about what we do and who we do it for. We also have our weekly Fit BK group fitness classes, Thursdays 7 to 8 p.m. There's also flyers in the back that look just like this. And we have our ESL classes, and we're going to be having graduation for our cohort ending in, well, now. And so we're starting again recruitment for September. So if you or anyone you know is interested in ESL classes, let me know. We have legal services as well to support our community with everything that's happening around immigration. So if you have any questions and you would like to contact me directly, our organization phone number is 718-940-2200. My extension is 124. My phone number is, our email address. My email address is slewis@hccinc.org. Thank you so much, and grab you some flyers so you can get all of our information. Enjoy your evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lewis. Are there any questions for Ms. Lewis? I'm going to let Allison go before you, Chris, because I'm going to give you a little extra time, so let Ms. Martinez go before you. Are there any questions for Ms. Lewis?
Sure. We're located at 3807 Church Avenue. We also have another location at our Broadway location for our LGBTQ plus community. You can send me more information on that as well. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, Ms. Martinez. Dr. Martinez?
Good evening, everyone. I'm Allison Martinez, Founding Executive Director of Brooklyn Level Up. I wanted to just let you know a couple of things that we're working on. On June 27th, we have a joint webinar with Citizens Committee for New York City. If you are a block association or a small nonprofit, a group of individuals, of neighbors, or a small business with an idea that you'd like to get some funding for, we are hosting a Get a Grant Funding opportunity where you can find out about neighborhood and small business grants through the Citizens Committee for New York City, which is coming up very soon. So there are flyers in the back at 6 p.m. on June 27th on Zoom. Then we are partnering with Chase Bank to do a home lending advice for aspiring and existing homeowners event, which will be on June 24th from 6:30 to 7:30 with food at Salem Missionary Baptist Church, which is 305 East 21st Street. This is actually, some of it is spawned from the work we were doing on the tax lien sales, seeing that there are a lot of properties in our community that are in need of, I would say, work and support, but people need to have options that are affordable and to think about what is possible in terms of turning a potentially distressed property into a viable building. Next, you may not have seen it, but outside we are asking people to participate in the People's Money, which is actually an opportunity to vote on community projects that you'd like to see in Brooklyn. 5 out of the 10 projects will win and be funded in the next year. And we have a flyer on the table for actually one of the projects that won last year. And this is a home maintenance services program for seniors that pays young people to learn how to do some light develop some light skills on home repairs. And now that program exists and seniors can get free services for 3 hours of work. So that's up there too, if there are any seniors you know who would be interested in getting some work done. Lastly, we are embarking on our Cultivate summer, which is really around environmental justice work. So if you know any young people, especially who are looking for an internship, they can reach out to us at either 917-680-6964 or info@bklvlup.org. We have a paid summer youth soil testing program. We're also working on a vacant lot database project that will look at public and private properties that are underutilized in our community and allow young people especially to engage with like VR to virtual reality, to be able to see like what could we envision for space. So that allows them to get a little bit of technology within looking at green spaces in our community. So some of those things we're working on. And lastly, a flooding program that we're creating a toolkit for, that if people in the community want to be part of a workshop where we will create an art piece that will go with a QR code for a flooding toolkit of resources. And then that will get spray painted in different public spaces that are known to flood with this particular paint that can only show up when it rains. So if you're interested or you know young people, you might want to find that interesting to do for the summer, reach out. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Chris? So I'm gonna first point of personal privilege to give him 5 minutes. There was some complication in terms of making a presentation, so I'm just going to extend a little bit of time to you. So you have 5
Thank you.
minutes.
Thank you. Thank you, Rudy. Thank you for the invite. Good evening, everyone. My name is Chris, and I'm with Combined Insurance. I have my colleague in the back. His name is Teddy, the gentleman in the blue shirt. Some of you may already know who Combined is. Some of you might not. So for those of you that don't know who we are, we're one of the largest benefit providers in all of the US. And what we do is we offer you a variety of supplemental benefits such as life insurance, cancer care, critical care. But tonight I want to talk to you about 2 of the policies that are by far the most popular policies in all of New York City. We service all of city agencies, FDNY, NYPD, and all the other city agencies in the city. So let me start off by talking to you about the Accident Protector. Now, it's a very easy policy, everyone. What it will do is it will pay you in the event of any accident or any injury on or off the job, whether you're traveling around the country as well as outside the country. So if you're traveling outside on vacation, you get into an accident, we will pay for those benefits. So let me just run down real quick the benefits in the event that you get into any accident, any injury on or off the job. The moment you get hospitalized from any accident, we're going to pay you $150 a day, every day you're in a hospital. So it's not a one and done deal, meaning that if another accident happens again, the policy will reset and start all over again. So keep that in mind. If you end up in the ICU from any accident or injury, you're going to get a one-time tax-free lump sum of $5,000. Concussions, $100 in your pocket. Any ER visit is $100. Now, if you break your leg or arm, that's a major fracture, you're going to get $1,000. Anything else that's broken in your body, such as nose, toes, or teeth, it's $250. We're also going to pay up to 10 rehab visits from that particular accident. So there's 21 total benefits. I'm just highlighting the ones that you're going to mostly use in the event of any accidental injury. Now, with this policy, you also get an accidental death benefit, meaning, God forbid, you lose your life in an accident, your beneficiary is going to get up to $100,000. So just to wrap it up, prices real quick, single, male or female, it does not matter. It's $15, that's 15, once a month. If you have kids, you can put them on a policy as well, your spouse as well. And just keep in mind that all these policies are portable, meaning that if you're working right now, you can sign up through your city agency or privately, they will follow you wherever you go. Last but not least, I'll just make it real quick. We have the hospital indemnity. It's called a sickness protector. It's a very easy policy as well. What it will do is it's going to pay you in the event of hospitalization from any sickness. So God forbid any of us gets COVID, just to bring that up just real quick. If you get COVID, you're in the ICU for 10 days, it's going to pay $12,500, $1,250 a day, every day you're in the ICU. Regular hospital confinement, $150 a day. So just think about it. We all get sick, we end up in a hospital, you will get paid every day you're in a hospital. Outpatient surgery, $1,000. Every ER visit is going to be $200. So just to wrap it up, guys, we're going to be outside for a little bit. If you have any questions, feel free to come by and we'd be happy to help you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. All right. Thank you very much for that presentation. Are there any questions for Chris, by the way? They do have a table outside, right? Mr. Bailey's at the table, as well as Chris. Go ahead, Chris, take the question. Member Bellin has a question. Chris, Member Bellin has a question.
Celia, I believe it's Celia.
Yes.
So that's a good question. We get asked it a lot. So we are very similar to the competition, such as Aflac, the Colonials of the world, very similar. We're all the same. We all provide the same benefits. But one of the things that makes us different is that we're the only carrier that covers for accidents outside the country. So let's say you're traveling around on vacation, you get hurt outside the country, bring back the discharge papers from the hospital, we will pay you for that. So that makes us unique from all the other carriers. Does that answer your question? Okay, great.
All right, thank you. All right, any other question, please see them in the back. They'll be right at the table to see Mr. Bailey or Chris at any point to talk. Thank you very much. Legislative report, please all line up. Ms. Church, you were first, so come give your legislative report unless you have none. Come on up. I saw Mr. Heredia, you're next. I did see Mr. Robinson. Did I miss anyone? Those are the only three. Any online? Are there any legislative people online? See none. Okay. Ms. Church, Mr. Heredia, and Mr. Robinson.
Good evening, Community Board 17.
Good evening, boss.
It is indeed my pleasure to be here. I've been in this position for a couple of years, and I think this is my second meeting. So I'm really happy to be here once again. I just want to take a quick minute to call out the names of the new members. If you're here, please just wave your hand so I know who you are. Like, I see all the names, but I don't know faces. So new people, congratulations. Alton Amable.
Absent.
Kenton Noel, Cecilia Hubbard, Mark New Year, Afia John, Magda Guillem, Dorothy Gordon, Gabrielle Herrera, Neil Alberic, Ariana Sabat, Kaya Phillips. I don't know if I said that right. Thank you. Anselm Joseph, Judy Walt, Chelsea Rollo, Mark Theodore. To all those of you, welcome from the Office of the Brooklyn Borough President, Antonio Reynoso. Our community board members, as you know, serve a really important part in our society. You're here as an advocate and as a liaison. So we really hope that you take everything that you learn here, that you hear about, and take it back to your neighbors, because that's really one of the biggest parts of your position, to get that message back out to our communities. Just a couple announcements from our office. We have a youth advisory council, and applications are now open for high school sophomores, juniors, and seniors. They will work with their peers to address issues that affect young people and make recommendations to the borough president and lead their own projects. The application for this is open until June 25th. So short window remains, June 25th. If you have a young person in your life, please let them know. There are flyers on the table. We're calling for Brooklyn designers. Anyone seen our latest Brooklyn pin? We have teamed up with Arts Ambassador, and we're going to be hosting a fashion show. The idea is to find 5 young emerging fashion designers in Brooklyn. They'll be given a grant and an internship opportunity. Applications are now open until July 6th. So if you know anyone who loves fashion, into fashion, this might be an opportunity for them. On Friday, June 20th, we're having Hope Over Hate. Please see the flyer. It's a concert that will be held in the plaza at Brooklyn Borough Hall. And there'll be a freedom ride on June 21st for people who are comfortable riding their bikes. Again, this is in partnership with a group called Good Company Bike Club, and flyers in the back. Also, June 30th, Caribbean Heritage Month, we're celebrating with Wildcat at the Brooklyn Children's Museum and a health and wellness fair. And again, flyers in the back. Just really quickly, the district manager mentioned working with Borough President's office and to change the structure of community boards. There is legislation out there that some of it will probably get into the New York City Charter referendum, one of the 2 that's coming up. Please take a look at it. You might not agree with everything there, but there's going to be hearings on these things. Please go out and speak. It's all about trying to make our community boards better. Even if you don't agree, please still speak. Let us know what it is you don't agree with. Thank you so very much for this opportunity this evening. And to everyone, have a wonderful, safe New York summer.
Dan?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Daniel Heredia. I'm the Legislative and Communications Liaison for Councilmember Farah Lewis. Just want to provide our usual quick updates on urgent matters affecting our community. Firstly, at City Hall, Councilmember Lewis is working tirelessly on passing the fiscal year 2026 municipal budget. As we've mentioned in a few different previous meetings, President Trump, in proposing his big barbaric bill, as we like to call it, stands to cut a number of critical funding streams that fund services in our communities and this community. For example, Councilmember Lewis was able to secure several thousands of dollars in funding to run a widely used food pantry this year in partnership with Alliance Tabernacle and the organization Bridging Access to Care at Flatbush Gardens, both here in CB17. We celebrated the last day of the pantry for this fiscal year last Wednesday, and also celebrated Father's Day with the older adults with the Sarita Jean Older Adult Center. But we do know that that program is one of many that is on the chopping block, affecting older adults in our community. So we're encouraging as many people as possible, get involved and call your federal representatives to express your opinion on this. I appreciate District Manager Fraser for mentioning the diversity of this community and its large Haitian population. As many are aware of Trump's recent travel bans on several countries of high need, including Haiti, we're working with other members of the Haitian delegation to fight for an increase of the city's Haitian Relief Fund in the upcoming budget to $2 million. This is going to fund life-changing legal and social services to newly arrived Haitian New Yorkers, and we've held a number of press conferences on this matter. I also appreciate Chair Daley for mentioning the recent $1 billion investment by Governor Kathy Hochul to revitalize this needed community space. From the beginning, Councilmember Lewis was extremely against the initial proposals to close this institution and transfer all the patients to Kings County Medical Center across the street. As we know, that puts an increased burden on our already taxed healthcare system here in Central Brooklyn. Lastly, I just want to cover that tomorrow we are having our annual Central Brooklyn Juneteenth Festival and Teen Entrepreneur Expo. This is happening a little bit north of the district at Grand Army Plaza in front of Brooklyn Public Library. I've left flyers in the back, and if anyone is interested in attending, please just stop on by. The festivities begin at 11:30. Also want to give a quick shout out. We know that we've received information from DOT about installing bike lanes within this community, as well as they've been implementing them in Community Board 14. We have concerns with the way that New York City DOT has done the outreach to stakeholders in this community. And if you're concerned about this, we know that Community Board 17 is hosting a committee meeting next Wednesday to talk about this issues with DOT. So if you want to get involved, I encourage you to speak out to the staff. And on behalf of Councilmember Farah Lewis, I wish you all a blessed evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Dalton. One of her longest, by the way, Dalton is one of her longest serving community associate. For how long have you been around, Dalton? How many years?
It's now 27 years.
27 years. One of the longest serving.
A question before I start?
Oh.
Yeah, so hi, me again.
Is
My
it for
question-
Dan or for?
No, it's for the gentleman who just left,
Oh.
because he mentioned the DOT and the bike lanes, but the city bikes are also a concern. They keep installing them. Parking is already limited, and they keep installing them within this area, and they're not being utilized to the extent that they need to be utilized, right? For the number of them. Within my 1 block radius, I have 3 racks of city bikes, and that's taking up ample parking. I've sent pictures in to 311. I've sent pictures into DOT, because when I call in and complain for the last 2 years, they say take pictures of and have the time in it showing that no one's using these bikes. And I've done it countless times. I am my block president association for a 2 block radius. I have all the neighbors do it, and still they come in, they repair them, and they fix them or they update them, but they're not removing them. We want them gone. Like, I get it, we want a bike in New York, but they're not being used, and they take up parking. And then when we double park on my block, we get tickets from sanitation, and they barely sweep. So what's the fix for this? Like, the bike lane's one issue, the city bikes are another issue.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing. I'll try to be brief because I know these guys want to kick me off the stage. You mentioned 2 really important topics. Firstly, regarding city bikes. So one of the first things when I first got hired at this job was trying to work with Community Board 17 to fight back against expansion. The reason why there's bike lane city bikes happening all around the city, this was actually a city council bill that was passed back in 2019 to force DOT to install a particular amount of bike stations around New York. The locations, the number of city bikes that have to be in every community board is mandated by law. Wasn't our idea. She wasn't elected at the time. Personally, I think it's also ridiculous. Now, the truth is we can get them moved if it's causing a particular issue on your block. If we want to talk afterwards to see what the issues are happening on your block, I'd love to talk about it. We've been successful, at least south of Church Avenue, which is where Councilmember Lewis covers. We've been successful at moving them to find a better location that's on the sidewalk, as opposed to on the street. We did this at the Ideals Food Market on Brooklyn Avenue. We also did this at the Beverly Avenue train station. We've done it in a couple spots to try to make it make sense. So we can talk about some strategies for that once I go sit down. The second thing, the street sweeping. So the council actually just passed a home rule resolution to install cameras on sanitation trucks that will automatically ticket cars that do not move their cars on automated enforcement. Right. No, I understand. Right. Right.
And they only clean for 2 minutes.
Right. So the thing is that the city is not doing their job when it comes to sanitation. Trust me, I can go on a whole book on all the emails that we have with them as well. But the truth is that we are now able to allocate more of the funding that goes to paying traffic cops who don't even do their jobs in the first place, and actually have them reallocate that to do more actual street sweeping. So again, if there's issues on your particular block, because Councilmember Lewis has 5 community boards in our jurisdiction, so we can have a conversation about what that looks like for yours.
So Dan, I'm going to say that out front and out loud that I am 100% against the cameras on the street sweeping. One reason is they sweep for 30 seconds, right? They don't do their job. And I'm going to say again, one of the things, I don't want to get political, but what you find is a lot of regressive taxes that have happened into our community. And one of the things, when I look, I don't know if anybody has ever done it, but you take up your Waze, you look at your Waze, you look at the street cameras, and you look within our community, you can't go anywhere without the cameras. And I'm telling you, I've driven in Manhattan, I've driven in Queens, and I've driven in Staten Island, right? And the concentration of the cameras and those things are just there to affect, and I'm
So let me sum this up, not even to drag the point, because I kind of brought it up. We're over policing our community.
Yes.
So we moved from NYPD. I don't know if they're still here, but I'm a criminologist, so I can say this, right? We've moved from policing our communities in terms of NYPD and Foot Patrol and other entities. Now we're doing it with street cleaners. We're doing it with people who are policing our community, our blocks in various capacities. We're doing it with noise complaints and various things. I'm all for that as an active member of our community, but the things that need to actually be done and solved in our communities are not being done, right? I love sanitation. They get the most amazing Christmas presents from me. I've had the same sanitation guy for the last 20 years. I feel like he's literally family to me. Not a problem. I don't mind if they come and they sweep. Not an issue at all. The problem herein lies with the city bikes and them not cleaning properly, and then like the dirt just ending up in my garden, right? Not actually being clean. But we can talk more because I don't want to hijack this. I'm not for over policing our communities with cameras on sanitation trucks, because really they're on their cell phones while they're driving down my block. The same way NYPD is on their cell phones while they're driving down my block and not doing their jobs. So that's a whole nother conversation. If they're going to do their jobs and they're going to use taxpayer money, they need to be doing it effectively. That's really what it boils down to. But let's
Absolutely.
back.
Absolutely. Yeah, so there's still a lot of work, and that bill's not passed in the state level. This basically, the home rule was just to say that we are okay with the idea that we can allocate the funding.
No. That's all we're saying. Just saying no.
We're saying no.
All
So
right.
I want to talk about the issues on your block and see how we can solve that as well.
Thank you.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's
Go ahead. We'll talk, Dan, thank you for telling me that. We'll have a conversation about that. Dalton, look, you're not even on the hot seat.
Yes, good night, everyone. Dalton Robinson, representing the office of Assembly Member Monique Chandler Waterman. As the chairman alluded to earlier, yes, I've been around for quite some time. And I've seen so many faces come and go and so on and so forth, but nonetheless, we're still strong with the community to ensure that the best services that you can get, you do have it at your disposal. So let me start with this. I want to wish each and every one of us a very safe, enjoyable, and productive summer. Leading to that, the member just recently launched a Safe Summer Initiative, an outreach program, where we try our very best to engage with all the violence interrupters and CBOs. We need to lead a very coordinated plan and effort to ensure that we can help to, and working with the police to ensure that we can help to mitigate a lot of the crimes that could potentially happen this summer. So we're not taking anything for granted, and we're going to ensure that we're going to be on the ground to make sure that we are seen. We have the member along with some of the CBOs. We have this community engagement where we go out and we occupy the corner, so to speak. We just choose a corner that we know that there might be some flare-ups and everything. We go, we engage with our local community, knock on their doors, talk to them, give them resources, give them flyers, tell them exactly that we are part of you. We want to be sure that all of us are safe, not some of us are safe. If you have a problem, grouses, whatever it is, we can sit down with you, we can talk about it, so on and so forth. So that's why I start with that. The member also sponsored a bill that would now have the Office of Gun Violence as a permanent agency within the state. Some of you might know that there was an Office of Gun Violence in the federal government, but when Trump came in, he removed all of that. And so the state has now taken over that role to ensure that we have an Office of Gun Violence in the state, where if we have shootings, for example, the member is also pushing a bill, mass shooting, 4 more people shot or injured, will trigger resources to come to the community where, we can have counseling, people come out and talk about what is going on, help people. She was able, along with some of her colleagues, to get the Office of Victim Services to increase their financial support for burial for crime victims. I think it's moved from 6 to 12, so at least reduce some of those financial burden on those people. The member will continue to work to represent the community at the highest level, and we continue to offer support services to our constituent. We have Housing Thursday. We'll continue that during the summer, even the community board 17 will break. We have legal services in association with NILOC that July 8th, August 8th, July 11th, August 8th, September 12th in front of our office, 903 Utica Avenue. For those, we have free support services for families with children with disability and autism. That is the second Friday of each month. We have our shredding event also coming up on August 12th. And any other services that was not here in mention, but you think that you need some support, our office is located at 903 Utica Avenue between Church and Snyder. The telephone number is 718-385-3336. And for those new members, I just want to welcome you to Community Board, welcome you to the task ahead, and we'll be working with you as we go along. Two other things, crime watch, especially for seniors. We have got a lot of calls in our office about seniors who have, still allowing themselves, I'm not sure, to be scammed or still falling prey to scams. So we're asking you, the members, if you have grandparents or whatever it is, please just talk to them, get them more alert. If they get a call that they're not aware of, whatever it is, just talk them through it to ensure that they don't get themselves fall victim of scammers. With that, good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. All right. Let's move. Are there any other representative? Okay. I saw. Are there any other representatives? Yes. Kyle, go ahead.
Good night, everybody, and happy early Juneteenth. This is Kyle Graham. I'm the Deputy Chief of Staff to Councilmember Chris Banks, and I just have a few updates on behalf of the council member. Recently, at the last stated, Councilmember Banks introduced the Resolution 927, which is calling on the New York State Legislature and the governor to sign legislation that would set aside a portion of state revenues from sports betting, like the apps, to support youth sports programs, upgrade community sports infrastructure, and expand access to recreational athletics for young people across New York City and New York State as a whole. So that'll be heard before committee in the next few weeks and hopefully get passed. On Saturday at 10 a.m. in front of our office at 1199 Elton Street in Brooklyn, New York, we will be doing a trash can giveaway. It's the standard DSNY, I believe 33 or 35 gallon trash cans. This is for homeowners and residents of the 42nd Council District. So please feel free to call into our office. We're not going to be in the office tomorrow, but Friday, 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. to register your slot. Concurrently happening that same day at the same time, we will be having a food distribution that'll be happening in front of the office. So come and get your trash can and also some food to take with you. And then on Juneteenth, tomorrow, the council member, along with colleagues from the council, will be hosting Celebrate Brooklyn with Brick at Prospect Park. The concert will go on from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then on June 28th, from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m., the council member, along with Fort Greene Council, will be hosting an intergenerational community festival. That's going to be in front of Gersh Park between Linden and Stanley. Well, yeah, between Linden and Stanley. So we encourage everybody to come out. It will be free food, refreshments, and everything. And then the council member also wanted to just note that early voting has started. Election day is the 24th, but there's a heat wave coming, and he wants to encourage everybody to not only go out and vote, make sure you stay hydrated and you take care of yourself, especially over the course of the next few days. Thank you.
Thank you. Karen, Senator Prasad. Karen? You're muted. I was told that you're muted. Can someone unmute? Now, can you unmute her, please? Okay, you need to unmute yourself, Ms. Berweg. Karen? She's still talking? Can you just, Karen, can you just text me when you're available, please? No? In the meantime, we're going to do roll call and we'll get back to her.
Tommy Frey,
Excused.
Alton Amable, Neil Alberic, Tiffany Anderson, Berlat Antoine, Hassan Bakardine, Celia Bellin, David Boatswain, Teresa Burton, Roderick Daly's present, Herminia Daniels,
She's here.
okay, Natasha Duncan, LaShawn Freeman, Charles Galbraith, Dorothy Gordon, Rose Graham, Gail Granderson is excused, Ronald Green, Magda Guillaume, Gabriel Herrera, Michael Hill, Gabriel Holmes, Cecilia Hubbard, Kevin Jason, Afia John, Doris Jones, Ansem Joseph, Nicole Julius, I'm present. Edith Mark. Daniel McCabe, excused. Jabril Morris. Fatima Mohammed. Mark Newyear. Kenton Noel. Khadija Aluwu. Montserrat Oni. Danae Peters. Kaya Phillips. Deborah Pointer. Carol Renaud. Chelsea Rollo. Ariana Sabat. Kamara Swaby. Simone Sylvester. Marie Theodore. Marguerite Viglianti. Jody Walsh. Kenrick Westcott. And Melanie Wilkinson's excuse.
All right, so very quickly, just everyone received the minutes. I just have Ms. Frazier, on the minutes, votes complete, right? It doesn't include direct information. So like for the police report, it just states that there was a police report. On my report, there are a couple of things there where it was summarized, but not in detail. I don't understand why I'm adding EDs today, but if in the future, when we do the minutes, to please try to incorporate some of the actual data that was given, like, for example, police gave the data that crime was down by what, as opposed to just saying crime was down. But the information that is there, that was the meeting. So with that being said, when reading the minutes and reviewing the minutes, are there any corrections to the minute? Seeing none, can I get a motion to approve the minutes as written? Can I get a motion to approve the minutes as written? Ms. Viglianti makes a motion to approve the minutes as written. Could I get a second? I heard two. All right, Dr. Renaud. Dr. Renaud seconds the minute. All in favor, please do so by showing your hands. In favor of the minutes, please do so by raising your hand. Anyone opposed? Seeing none, it passes unanimously. All right, we do have quorum, so let's move on to the next item. And we have two. You want me to do the voting first, or you want me to do the voting or the committee first? Okay, come on.
Good night, everybody. Hassan Bakrdeen, Commerce Committee Chair. All the representatives for Lips Cafe here.
Sorry, Chair. Ms. Frazier and ADM Farah, can you please give out the ballot while he's going over these two reports so we can move things along?
Yeah, thank you, Chair. So as Chair mentioned, I know on the agenda, board members, there's a SWIG BK Inc. They will not be attending this session of our general board meeting tonight. But we're looking for Lips Cafe. Is Jermaine Weeks hey, there we go. Jermaine, come on up to the front. And Mr. Racine from La Unique Limited. Is La Unique Limited here? No? Okay. So go right to the mic, sir. Could you tell us a little bit about your business for those who may not be familiar? I mean, yeah, you can face them though, but you can
take it off. Talk.
Yeah.
Turn around and talk.
How you guys doing? I did not know I had to do this. It's cool. My name is Jermaine Weeks. Me and my mother, we own Lips Cafe. It's located at 1412 Nostrand Avenue.
You got to speak a little bit louder. The meeting is being recorded, so you have to speak a little louder.
Yeah, me and my mother, we own Lips Cafe. It's located at 1412 Nostrand Avenue between Linden and Martens. I'm actually from the neighborhood. I'm from this community. We're from 35th between Snyder and Tilden. It's really like a creative space, a workspace where a lot of people come there. You know, they create, they get schoolwork done. they work, you know, they congregate, we network, we build, and we're a space where we like to see a lot of people from the neighborhood, you know, do events there and get out their ideas and I'll be able to manifest them. So, because you never know where that would take them. And that's what I would have wanted when I was younger. So we definitely try to represent the community. We try to do all that we can to make things easier for the people that come in there. It's like a family atmosphere.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Committee members, are there? Yes.
Where's the mic?
Yeah, because we could barely hear you. So we're taking questions now from our board members.
Only board members, by the way.
Board members, though.
State name as well, please.
Good evening. My name is Nicole Julius. You mentioned that students come to your establishment to do homework,
Yeah, definitely.
but yet you are seeking a liquor and wine beer license?
Yeah, I've had that before, and it's for more of the nighttime events. It has nothing to do with the daytime.
Oh, so the
Yeah.
kids are just there in the daytime? Could you,
Sure.
talk more about that? What time do you serve?
The kids are, I mean, it's really students. It's not kids. It's like college kids or, post grad kids, not really like kids that come there to do work. But that's all day. It's from, we open at 8:30 and we close around 7 p.m., 8 p.m., depending on, who's there, what's work's getting done. And our events are always after hours, after those hours. So it's two totally different dynamics.
Okay, thanks for clarifying.
Any other questions, board members for Lips Cafe? Mr. Jermaine Weeks.
Gabe Herrera, not a question. Just want to shout out the cafe. I see it all the time. They're running stuff during the day. They do good food during the day. And then at night, it's a really vibrant space. And that block in particular in the neighborhood always has a lot going on. People come and hang out there. So I don't know if that's appropriate, but just want to kind of shout out, say it's like a really important venue in the neighborhood, I think.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Anything else? Any lasting? Yes.
All right, I'm in essence of time. But let's try to, we're gonna keep the question, like 2 more questions and then we can move on.
Thank you. I'll be brief. Firstly, as a proud Montensian, I love what you're doing with Lips Cafe. My question more so is that you did mention that kids come in to do their homework, more so probably I'm assuming like college age, high school age. So my question is more so as somebody who is also getting interested within the youth committee around here, what is something that or is it possible that there are collaborations that can be done? Because I noticed that Lips Cafe, you guys do really cool things, brunches, cooking. So what is like, are there possible collaborations that can be done with youth, especially like towards like nutrition, food insecurity, things like that?
We're built on collaborations. That's literally like kind of how we grew as an entity. Like we love collaborating with people. We've done shoe drives, backpack drives, nutritional events. We've brought kids there from, Harlem to, interview us and learn the ropes of how, things with barista goes. I really like teaching younger people how to use the espresso machines and stuff because then it's kind of really easy for them to get a job and stay out of trouble, even in their youth while they're figuring out college or high school. So we take precedence in teaching. We always have the youth, summer youth. We have a winter youth that's just ending. We always bring people in and try to show them the ropes so they can, yeah, definitely back to school drive. We do everything we can, to help that out. So.
All right, last question, Mr. New Year.
Yes, how you doing? My name is Mark New Year, community board member. Do you have any like discounts for like students who are coming there?
For sure. Yeah, we offer 50% discounts to students. Anybody from SUNY or that are students here, we give them discounts as long as they, they tell us. I don't even ask for the ID. If they tell us they're around here, we give them the discount, so for sure.
All right, wait, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna allow one more question. We're trying to remember people, it's about his liquor license. Liquor license.
Yeah.
Liquor license.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So things on safety, things on sound, liquor license. But I do appreciate the questions. They're good questions. But I think the community is saying, we're looking forward to working with you in case you were to get your liquor license. Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm also a customer, frequent customer. Unfortunately, was there many nights to watch the Knicks suffer during these times. But we were there.
Including last meeting.
The solidarity is what I needed, but it was a tough time for me in my life. But I just did want to ask a clarifying question because I don't drink, so I'm not super familiar with the menu. Is liquor on the menu like when the sun is up, or is liquor only serves at these like after our events, like when we need to drink over our Knicks? And yeah, I guess that's what kind of liquor? Yeah, what kind of drink?
Yeah, it's mostly served of the nighttime events, like because usually when people come during the day, they're more so working, and that means that we do have certain things like espresso martinis. If someone does come and they want something, we do, but it's not something that happens often, and it doesn't create an atmosphere of like rowdiness, or everybody just doing their work and sitting down and
But somebody
all our
might
events,
want wine while they're writing their dissertation or something
and
like
all our events end at like 11. It's not like late time events where it's going 12, 1, 2 in the morning. They all end around like 11 p.m. Just certain, and it's not really predicated on liquor because I don't have like a active. I'm not like pushing liquor. It's just more so we have the events. It's something that's there to help adorn those events, and like that's really all that is. No shit.
Thank you. Real fast, please note that liquor can only be served a certain time. If they do not serve it within that time, they'll get a massive tickets and they can lose their license.
Especially
So
on
whatever that time is.
Especially on Sundays.
Right. So let's just be clear about the question as well. I would like to call to a vote in.
Well, let me just mention that.
Wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
Mr. Holmes, is it about the license or about the community? License? Go ahead. You're new. I can't ignore. You're brand new. Come on, ask your first question.
Okay.
Come on, he's been one of our active new members.
With all due respect to Chair Daly, I do think that various community things speak to a business's character, which would influence my vote on whether
that's
to
fine.
approve liquor
Go
license.
ahead.
So in that vein, does cafe have air conditioning? And what do you see as your social responsibility during heat emergencies?
Yeah, we definitely have a central AC.
And would you allow, like, say, people who are elderly or, to sit down there for a little bit if it were really hot
So
outside?
we don't. One thing about Lips, we don't discriminate. There's no
Thanks.
ageism, no type of ism.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so
Sorry, Chair Beckley, I just want to make a clarifying point for new members. This is slightly a unique liquor license application because they're a cafe and they really do serve like pastries, coffee, whatever. Typically, we get like nightclubs and such, and the questions are, were there shooting incidents around there? How often is the police called and that sort of thing? So like the community questions are very helpful, but Lips is like a little bit different because they're a cafe that also serves liquor. Whereas some of these like, more intense community questions about how they operate within the community, are there noise complaints regularly? Do they go past their like opening time? Do they go till 4 a.m, 5 a.m, neighbors complaining? That's typically what we see when we get liquor license. But for this being like your first one for new members, just wanted to make that clarification.
thank you for the clarification, First Vice Chair. So with that being said, it's a good segue into our incident reports. We always ask the 67 precinct to provide us an incident report, meaning that any issues, noise complaints, anything, from June of last year to June of this year, and there were no incidents at this location at all, just to let you know. And of course, the committee took a vote last night, and we did recommend that they move forward with their SLA application. And we took a vote, and it was 15 yeses and no nos and no abstentions.
Thank you. With that being said, we're voting on the recommendation of the committee. So when you hear your name called, you're going to say yes because you're voting to approve, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So you're voting yes if you agree with the committee, no if you don't.
But Chair Daly, I just want to make sure and mention that I want to ask if La Unique, are they here? Just one more time. La Unique? The owners from La Unique? Okay.
All right.
Let's move on.
Go ahead. She's talking about. What do they do?
Neil Albrecht. Okay.
Kwame Afre, Alton Amable, Tiffany Anderson, Berlot Antoine, Hassan Bakrdine,
Yes.
Celia Bellin, David Boatswain, Teresa Brereton, Roderick Daly,
Yes.
Armenia Daniels,
You can have a seat.
Armenia Daniels, Natasha Duncan, LaShawn Freeman, Charles Galbraith, Dorothy Gordon, Rose Graham, Gail Granderson, Ronald Green, Magda Guillaume, Gabriel Herrera, Michael Hill, Gabriel Holmes, Kevin Jason, Afia John, Doris Jones, Anselm Joseph, Nicole Julius, Trisha Lewison, yes. Edith Mark, Daniel McCabe, Jabril Morris, Fatima Mohammed, Mark Newyear, Kenton Noel, Khadijah Oluo, Montserrat Oni, Danae Peters, Kaya Phillips, Kevin Jason, Deborah Pointer, Cal Renault, Chelsea Rouleau, Ariana Sabat, Tamara Swaby, Simone Sylvester, Marie Theodore, Marguerite Viglianti, Jody Walsh, Kenrick Westcott, Melanie Wilkerson.
All right, very quickly. I think that was unanimous here. All right, so congratulations. You will give an exact number in a minute, but congratulations.
One other thing, we do have a cannabis license that is on the agenda, but I'm not sure if they're here. Women's United Alliance LLC. Women's United LLC. Okay,
guess not.
they're not here.
We're good.
Thank you.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, before I do this, tonight we have to vote on the first vice chair, right? First, I would like, is there any non-board member? I just need 2 non-board members who might come up to count. 2 non-board members. Okay. Is there any, I need 2 non-board members. Marissa, Carol, you're non-board member? Yeah, yes, come on up. Come here, woman. Come here. Come here, boss. Come here, Marissa. By the way, this lady standing up, she and I go way back. She's a teacher, and now she's an AP, and we've been friends for almost 25 years. So nice. Come on up, Marissa B. Harry, Vancy. No, right here. You can just have a seat right there. You're good. Yeah, you're gonna count with your toes. One more person from the community. One more. Yes, it's 3. One more person from the community. Dalton, thank you. All right, awesome. So we have 3. So we have the position open to first vice chair. Currently, we have Trisha Lewis on, who's the interim acting first vice chair. She still would be needed to be nominated just the same. Right? So I'm gonna ask, going once, the first time, is there any nomination for first vice chair? Yes, Kamara. I need that to be second. Khadijah Luo seconds the motion. Are you accepting the nomination?
I accept.
Okay, so we have one candidate for first vice chair. Is there another? Going once. Is there another? Going twice. Is there another? Going thrice. Nomination is now closed. I, Roderick Daly, as the chair, I cast my vote, my one vote, to now congratulate Ms. Lewis on as our first vice chair. Thank you, ladies and one gentleman. Do you get a check? Yeah. You give me some of yours, Ms. Principal. Ladies and gentlemen, are there any further, any report, board members? I just have one for me. Oh, you don't need to do anything. There's no election. No, secretary is in September because the official appointment is today. I just have one. On June 29th, I will be honored by Sesame Flyers, Marissa. Sesame Flyers on Sunday, June 29th. I will be honored if anybody's willing to come out and join me on that date. It's going to be at El Carib. El Carib. The tickets are online at sesameflyers.com, and you can just look on it. And I would appreciate any company. Also, I think we also have another person who's getting honored on June 26th. I wonder who that is. Is there another person? Oh, Rose Graham. Yes, that's it. Right. So Rose Graham will be honored. You want to come up and talk about that briefly when it is? So she'll be honored on June 26th by our state controller, Tom DiNapoli. And just tell us date and time.
All right, guys. So I'm being honored by State Comptroller Tom DiNapoli for Caribbean Heritage Month, and I am just thrilled and honored. Thank you.
Okay, all right, go ahead. So we have a representative from Assembly Member Rodney's Bashat Ermelin. And don't move, Farrell. Stay right there.
Hi, guys. I'm Charlene Harold. I'm Director of Constituent Services. Thank you so much for having me. We had a lot of events in the past. We had a prostate mobile screening, which was a good turnout. And then we just had a senior luncheon at East Midwood Jewish Center, which had like over 200 people. We are going to have a clergy luncheon. So invite your local pastors, which would be great. And we're going to have a lot of things planned. Right now, we're going to do a lot of graduations, but I just wanted to say hello, show my face, and say that if you need us, the office is at 1312 Flatbush Avenue, which is on the corner of Foster and Flatbush. I will be here till the end. If anybody needs me, you can come find me and then we'll connect, okay? Is Shayla in the audience, by the way?
Yes, she was.
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
could you please repeat your name for the record?
Charlene Harold?
Harold. Thank you.
Harold with an E and an O. Thank you, guys.
All right. She was here. I guess she left. So we have another presentation real fast. Can we do it at under 4? No?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Notion Farah. I'm the Assistant District Manager for Community Board 17. I will be filling in for our budget chair, Mr. Dan McCabe. He wasn't able to make it, but we will be talking about something super duper interesting. We'll be talking about money, specifically capital and expense budget. Let me just get this going. So those of you who attended last month's meeting, you should be familiar with the capital and expense budget request slideshow that we did, where we explained the difference between a capital and an expense budget. A brief rundown: a capital expense is usually something that you can touch. So that's like construction or equipment. That would be building a new firehouse or renovating an existing firehouse if it's a complete gut. Or an equipment would be like providing new emergency vehicles, such as ambulances, or installing streetscape improvements or street signs. You guys remember this? Okay, this is going to come back to haunt you. Ms. Frazier is handing them out, And in a little bit, I'm going to have you guys scan this QR code for those of you who are in the audience to fill out your capital and expense budget requests. I'm letting you guys know that the form is open to the public, so anyone and everybody can fill it out. There's no limit to the amount of submissions, so if you want to submit 100, feel free to do that. Board chairs must submit 3 to 5 requests, and they need to be qualitable, okay? They can't just be like community complaints. They have to be actual capital and expense budget requests. If you have to figure out whether or not it is something or not, is it above $35,000, right? We in the office will try to figure out whether or not it's a capital expense, and we will organize it for you, but these requests need to be made. Board members, so not just committee chairs, also have to submit at least 1 request. And physical forms are being handed out by Ms. Frazier. If you have any questions, I'll be walking around, and I will put a timer for, let's say, 7 minutes, okay? Great.
Sharif. Sharif, Ms. Frazier.
Yes. Could you have a sheet?
Okay, you have another 2 minutes. Everyone needs, please think of something that your community needs and write it in, right? We need those things. Don't be bashful. Nothing is too big, nothing is too small. So when you're finished with the envelope, please just meet Ms. Farah upon dismissal or Ms. Frazier. They're going to be standing on both sides, one on each side. Just give your paper right to her. Okay? I'm giving her 1 more minute. That will be 9 o'clock. Yeah. Also, upon dismissal, sound like I'm in school, right? Dismissal. Upon adjournment, there's refreshment that was provided. We don't want to take anything home. And downstate don't like cockroaches. So you need to take everything with you. It's in the room as soon as you go down on the right. The first room on your right, grab a sandwich, grab some coffee, grab a donut, grab whatever is in there. Also, please speak to our presenters, say hi, sign in so that, They have to show that they came to work, right? So let's do all of that. With that being said, are there any board members, any more board members with any news? Oh, yes, I'm also a new grandpa, again.
Really, can I just say one more thing?
Yeah, really?
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so thank you guys so much for filling out this form. The form is open until the 31st of July. So you have plenty of time to come up with all your ideas. Okay, this is not, the 5 minutes that I'm giving you guys here is not the end all be all. You guys, just to give you guys a little preface of how this is going to happen in the coming months. We're going to collect all the responses. The deadline is the 31st. Then in the summer months, the staff is going to compile everything into one long form, and we will be using ranked choice voting to see how it will be presented in the form. And that ranked choice voting will happen in September. And then in October, the finalized results will be compiled for the board to review and will be voted on and submitted before the deadline of October 31st. If you have any questions or would like to know or a little bit more clarity on what a capital or expense budget is, you can find me in the back and I can give you my business card and we can work on it from there. And like Mr. Daly said, there are some refreshments. Be kind, don't take everything. Let everyone try one and then you can take a whole box. All right, thank you so much, guys.
No, I want you to take everything. I saw a couple of hands, one here, one there. Start there, then we go, and then we go to Mr. Holmes in the back, Member Holmes.
Okay, for those who had this document, I put Thursday the 20th for our event this Friday. However, it's Friday, it's not Thursday. In case you have this, you can look on the flyer, the green flyer. So it's Friday, it's not Thursday. Thank you.
All right. Second Vice Chair and then Member Holmes.
Thank you.
Holmes, right?
Thank you. I just want to remind everyone again, we are looking for support and help with the board fair that is going to be in October. Ms. Frazier is going to schedule our first planning meeting in July. If you are a new board member, would love your support. If you're a community member, would love your support. If you represent an organization, would love for you to show up. Last year, we had a karate instructor teach some kids on the street. We had food demonstrations. We have the entirety of Utica Avenue from Church to Linden. Church to
Yeah,
Linden?
Church to Linden.
It's a big street.
Church
to Linden. It's a big street. We had the entire street. We did not fill up the space with the amount of agencies that we had. We want to be bigger and better. We want to really provide services to the community, let them know what services are available, also just have a fun time. And so really and truly could use some people, some more hands on deck. Kamara Swaby will be the co-chair of the event, but especially new board members, this would be a really great opportunity to get involved and get your hands wet. And then again, just want to remind everyone one more time that we are in primary season and the election ends June 24th.
All right, thank you. Oh, early vote ends, I think, this weekend. I think on the 22nd. So please know, and ranked choice voting and an easy explanation. Some of you just vote for one person, or you vote for 5 people in the order in which you want them elected. So if you want Roger Daly first, Tricia second, Montserrat third, Hassan fourth, Marguerite fifth, you put it in that order, or you mix it up however you want. What your choice is. Essentially the short-term example answer to ranked choice voting, and then they say how many first you had, how many seconds you had, and so forth, and they kind of have a formula for that, and then they decide who's the winner.
This is why I encourage you to look it up because it is a little
it's a little more complicated.
But specifically what's important is if there's someone you do not want to win, you have to fill out all 5 names with other names. Because if you don't fill out all 5 and there's a particular person you don't want to win and there's somebody else's second or third, they have a higher chance to vote. So it's actually not a great idea to just put 1 or 2 people, even if you don't love candidates 3 to 5. But if you hate number 6, make sure you fill out 1 to 5.
Yeah, some candidates will tell you only vote for him.
And if you want to speak to me outside about my personal recommendations, unofficially, outside the
we didn't hear that. We didn't hear that.
Not on behalf of the board.
Right. We didn't hear that.
Okay, listen.
Are there any other? Yes. Kamara, go ahead. Go ahead, Ms. Swaby. Just yell.
Comptroller, strict comptroller, public advocate.
And judges. Don't forget judges. and also look for public pools. Any questions? Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Oh,
Oh, we had, oh, there was a cursor? Oh, and before I even ask, I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes, I forgot because I missed, somebody jumped in front of you. Sorry.
It's actually a perfect segue. Speaking of the heat, which is just around the corner, a little while ago, I came across a news item about there's a particular type of air conditioner called a Midea. They're U-shaped, and there was recently a major recall. A lot of people in both our community board and elsewhere in the city have this type of air conditioner. And this is going to be a logistical nightmare unless there's a kind of an all hands on deck approach by city government. Because many people, it's all very well if you've got the receipts for your air conditioner, it's pretty easy to return it. But a lot of people in New York City in apartments with window units, they inherit them from the previous tenant, they exchange them on Craigslist, and it's just going to be a hot mess. And I really think there needs to be an all hands on deck approach at all levels of government about this, because it's a real problem. There are two workarounds that the company offered. One was to just return it and get a prorated refund, and the other is that they'll send you a kit in the mail, and then a technician has to come and set you up to make sure that it drains properly. But this is a real issue, and there's a heat wave just around the corner. So,
all right, thank you.
Yeah. Yep.
Does offer anyone, if you have medical conditions, a free air conditioner is through the Be a Buddy program. All you have to do is call 311. The best also.
Can you use the mic, please? Can you repeat that? There's a free benefit for if you have a disability.
Any medical issues, call 311 in regards to a free air conditioner. It's a program through the Department of Health. It's called the Be a Buddy program. The next thing I would like to say is that there's heat cooling centers. So depending on your location, if you just go into 311 on the app, there's several cooling centers in our community that can also assist you.
Thank you. All right, before I ask the motion again, Aslam, Mr. Joseph, as again, one of our new members, stepped up to be Sergeant at Arms today and helping out with the black. So big up to Mr. Joseph. Thank you so much for that. With that being said, can I get a motion to adjourn? All right, so we have a motion to adjourn by Chair Graham and a second by Chair Bakruddin. All in favor of adjournment, please say aye. All opposed, please say nay. The time is now 9:08. The meeting is now adjourned. Go and get food. All right. When is the next community walk? I was looking at
Yes,
Yes. I know. Great.
Unofficially, I'm not for kids. I can open it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I really.
Sorry. Got you. Okay.
Yes. Garbage bins. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Hey, Doc. Yo.
And then it was like coffee.